Well, hello, and welcome to the Unmanned Aerial Systems, or UAS, Drone Application Certificate. I'm Dr. Matthews, the program developer. I'm also an Associate Professor of Criminal Justice and the Program Coordinator for the Criminal Justice Administration Department at Park University. You can reach me by phone at area code 816-584-6509 or through either of the two emails that you see listed here. As of June 2021, the FAA requires all recreational flyers to pass an aeronautical knowledge and safety test and to be able to provide proof of the test passage, which is called the Trust Completion Certificate. They should be able to provide this to the FAA or a law enforcement person upon request. Now, while we're going to cover this in the certificate program, students are highly encouraged to complete the TRUST exam before beginning the certificate program. TRUST stands for the Recreational UAS Safety Test. It provides education and testing for recreational flyers on important safety and regulatory information. If you fly your drone recreationally under the exception for recreational flyers, you must pass the test before you fly. For some additional information, just type in FAA Trust Exam into your favorite web browser and follow the link to the FAA website. The website will provide links to more than 16 approved test sites where you can complete this exam online and for free. The purpose of this overview is to provide you some basic but important information regarding the UAS Drone Application Certificate, as well as to include what the course requirements are as they are listed here. To begin with, you may see or hear the terms UAS and SUAS used interchangeably. The S is for small. This is any UAS drone weighing less than 55 pounds. Generally speaking, the drones most students will have access to fall into this category. However, public safety and public service sectors do operate drones above 55 pounds. The first course students will complete is the UAS 107 Commercial Drone Pilot Certificate Preparations course. This course is designed to teach students the basic requirements for operating a drone safely and legally in the FAA national airspace. Students who already possess a valid Part 107 Remote Pilot Certificate or its FAA Part 61 Manned Aviation equivalent may substitute this course for a second approved elective. The goal of this course is to prepare the student to sit for and successfully pass the FAA's Remote Pilot Certification exam. Unlike other courses, this course does not require the student have access to or own a photo and video recorded enabled small UAS drone. In this course, students will learn what a sectional chart is and how they are interpreted and used in drone operations. Students will also learn about what the Federal Aviation Administration's National Airspace System is and where drones can legally operate and where they can't. And then finally, students will learn how to legally and safely conduct drone operations based on weather formations and cloud formations and those types of things. In this course, students are going to be provided with all the publications necessary for them to successfully complete the course as well as to successfully pass the Part 107 Remote Pilot Certificate exam. The next course in the certificate program is the UAS 140 Drone Mission Planning. Now, this course teaches students the tactics, the techniques, and procedures needed to pre-plan and fly unmanned aerial systems drone missions, including how to create flight logs and pre- and post-mission planning reports, etc. Through various incrementally challenging drone flight training exercises and scenarios, including simulated site surveys, crime accident scenes, investigations, disaster emergency management support, etc., students will demonstrate their ability to fly appropriately and to show their situational awareness skills. Now, the tactics, techniques, and procedures synthesize appropriate mitigation strategies against potential threats from ground, air, or meteorological resources. Students will also gain exposure to basic drone photography and videography, imaging processing, and techniques in order to best capture viable artifacts for the drone sorties. This course does require the student to have stable access to a small UAS drone that meets or exceeds the following requirements. The minimum drone requirements are that the UAS drone must be registered with the FAA prior to any flight operations. Now, this is a legal requirement and it's necessary in order to operate within the national airspace. Also, the UAS drone must include the following safety features: object avoidance, emergency return to home or RTH functions, as well as low battery or low power indicators. The UAS drone must also include the following operational features: a display screen, battery flight time in excess of 15 minutes, gimbal-enabled 12-megapixel cameras or higher, as well as the ability to capture photographs and record in at least 2K video or higher. The drone must also have a downloadable or transferable means of getting the media or the recordings off of the drone. The UAS drone must also be able to perform some level flight operations at less than 400 feet AGL or above ground level. The UAS must be able to take off and land on solid grass or solid surfaces, and safe operations be performed throughout the sortie. And then finally, the UAS drone must have a means of recording the flight telemetry. The flight telemetry is necessary to validate the remote pilot in command or PIC flight operations and progress. The third course is photography and videography. Now, this course provides training and hands-on exercises to exercise and address shooting and editing advanced level photography as well as video editing from a UAS drone's unique and challenging aerial perspective. Through various incrementally challenging drone training flight exercises such as, again, simulated terrain mapping and surveys, construction site reviews, and land use studies, etc., students will experiment with various in-flight camera recording techniques and be able to apply post-production processing workflows to create a finished photographic or videographic projects. This course does require the student to have a stable access to a small UAS drone that meets or exceeds the minimum UAS drone application certificate requirements as explored previously. Here are a few examples of what students might complete during their course. Some helpful information that students should keep in mind include some recommended equipment. When you're flying your drone in these last two courses, we recommend that you have a backpack or some other device to carry all of your drone equipment. We suggest that you have a UAS drone vest. Either create or have available a drone landing pad, a notepad and pen so that you can keep accurate notes, as well as maybe a smartphone or other mobile device in which to contact or connect with your drone. an aerometer to check out the air speed. Although it's not required, it's a good suggestion, as well as bottled water, snacks, and then the normal accoutrements that you'd have for outdoor operations. I've identified here a few of the applications that we will be discussing and that will be used throughout the course. All of these are free for download, and they're readily available to each student. As a reminder, all the publications needed to successfully study for and pass the FAA's Part 107 Remote Pilot Certificate will be provided to the student at no additional cost. Very briefly, some examples of the elective courses that are also available or may be available to the student would include courses like criminal justice. The criminal justice courses might be CJ 311, criminal investigations, terrorism. There'd also be the security courses and additional. In geography, perhaps courses like cartography or land use planning, along with other types of certifications, might be useful as an elective course. In either engineering or construction, the student might elect for construction estimating or environmental impact of engineering, along with other similar courses. These are just a snapshot of some of the example courses that might be approved for elective courses used during the certificate. That concludes the UAS drone applications overview. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Again, my information is right here. I'm Dr. Matthews. I appreciate your time and attention, and I hope that you have a great class.